was our first cruise together, and it was our honeymoon. And we didn't really have a preference as to what brand we might go on. And so we were just looking, and like Gordon said, you get a really good bang for your buck when you take a cruise. And I think that's really the biggest selling point to me. I think it equaled out to be around $100 a day for us to wake up in a different country every day, or to see the ocean, be on a balcony, have food everywhere you go. Like, you can't beat it. I mean, and we didn't have to pay for the flight, mind you, but that's beside the point. But as far as ever getting back on a cruise, we were talking about that while we were still in quarantine on the boat with our neighbors, like in the next room. When we would go and grab our lunch, we would shout across and say, "Hey, so where's the next cruise? We should all get a room next to each other." And we were joking with each other, saying, "Hey, let's go stay in room B519 again, like good old times on the Diamond Princess. Let's do it right this time." So I think as far as everybody else, I think everybody just wants to feel safe and, obviously get a little bit better of a control of this whole pandemic. Um, Maybe once the vaccine's out, I think people are going to go before then. It's going to be more of a matter of more thorough screening, temperature checks.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe even COVID tests as they become more available. Who knows?
But it seems it's very, you're ready to go. I mean, as soon as that threshold is reached, whatever it is, the two of you seem like you'd be thrilled, and even more so in a way if you could reunite you with the people that you shared this great experience with.
Absolutely. We even have a cruise credit, so I mean that kind of helps too.
We're both healthcare workers, so we're excited for getting away.
Yeah, that's true. Tyler and Rachel are both in the healthcare, so they definitely are close to this whole thing. I'll say that, Matt, in surveying people, the vast majority of guests who were on an impacted ship like Diamond have all said they will come back. They want to go back on Princess. And I think Tyler and Rachel, when you're talking about a specific cabin, I think you're talking about getting back on a Princess cruise, or if not Diamond Princess, right? And I think you said yes. I think you're muted, but so I think that's something to be said. And I think, Matt, that's where a lot of focus is being done in terms of instilling confidence, right? A lot of work has been done on health protocols. It's a big part of what I was working on at Princess. The team was working on is just to Tyler's point, because Tyler and Rachel are in healthcare and medical facility, the idea of how we screen people, what we do on board, et cetera. I think a lot of work is being done to assure the guests that things are going to be safe and healthy.
I want to thank Carrie Ann for that great question, and we've got a not so much a question, but an observation, which I think is going to be a great way to close down the interview for today. This one comes from Fran, and I think Fran says it so well, so I'm just going to read what Fran has offered here. What Fran says is, what I like best about your story, Tyler and Rachel, is that it came naturally. Of course you wanted to help. Figuring out the right platform, that takes smarts. Clearly you both have the trifecta: smarts, empathy, and good sense of others, or sense of others. Bravo. And I think Fran speaks for all of us. Kudos to the two of you for all that you did, and Gordon thank you so much for coming on and sharing this extraordinary story. I wish we had more and more of those stories that we could surface. I know intellectually that there are a lot of stories that are of course going to be different from the ones that the three of you were all a part of, but are every bit as heroic, every bit as important, every bit as emphasizing that pay it forward, rallying in a time of toughness. And I love that you shared yours with us. I find it inspiring, and we all right now need more stories of optimism and hope, and with a good outcome behind them. So I want to thank the three of you for coming on and sharing this. It's just been extraordinary.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and just to do since Tyler and Rachel were surprise guests here, I think they've started. I don't know if your Reddit's still active, but now you have a website, Tyler and Rachel. Am I right? In case people want to learn more about you or can reach you, is that right? If they want to hear more of your story, it's on your website.
Yeah, I transitioned all the Reddit stuff over to the blog, and I even wrote a few more things. I think the first half of our honeymoon, just stories of every day, that kind of thing, turning it into a travel blog. And eventually I'd like to turn it into a travel blog where, and get a private pilot license and just take trips around. There's a lot of the U.S. that I haven't seen. The website is thetorrestravels.com. It's TORRES for Torres. I haven't wrote on it in a little while. We bought a house, and it's
you got to
describe it. Yeah.
I can take over.
That movie from the 80s called The Money Pit?
I saw it in the theater tonight. I'm old enough to remember seeing it in the theater.
Yeah, I remember The Money Pit.
Yeah, that's about where we are. So I will get to that pretty soon, and continue the story.
Well, I appreciate you sharing it. It's say once again the URL.
Yeah, it's thetorrestravels.com. So
okay, very good. We'll capture that in the blog.
Cool.
We'll capture that in our blog too when we do a write-up of this. And Gordon Ho, how can people get in touch with you?
Well, if they, I'm happy to share. I love, sharing learnings, whether it's across what we did on COVID or other things. They can reach me. We have a new site called expertainment.com. And Matt, I think I've challenged your spelling. Expertainment, it's like, because really this is about experiences and entertainment. And what we're doing now is we realize we could do a lot in terms of creating and marketing experiences and entertainment. So it's expertainment.com. Matt, spell it for everyone. See if you can do it.
Yeah, it is X, the letter X. P is in Peter, ERTAINMENT.com. How'd I do?
There you go. You did good. Or you can just email me, Gordon@expertainment.com, and we'll get to you and see if we can support. But it's, but thank you, Matt, for surprising me with Tyler and Rachel. Now I can call them fellow homeowners, which is great. Congratulations, and I appreciate the kind words, Tyler and Rachel, and Matt. Thank you for thinking of us and letting us share our story.
It is absolutely my pleasure. Thanks to the three of you for coming on Simulmedia Live. I'm going to close out the show now. Tomorrow we've got one last episode for the week. I'm going to be speaking with the CEO and co-founder of Reforge, the growth platform for product managers and marketers, Brian Balfour. And I've been reading Brian's stuff since back in, I think, 2012, maybe 2013. He is one of a handful of what I think of as the founding fathers of growth marketing. And I can't wait to talk to him about how he's sizing up the current atmosphere and the advice that he's giving marketers about how to navigate this, both professionally, but also personally. So join us tomorrow, if you will. It'd be great to have you. Big thanks once again to Gordon Ho and to Rachel and Tyler Torres. Congratulations on your nuptials and many, many more happy years to come. We will see you next time, folks, on Simulmedia Live. Thanks for joining today.